The Borgia family is one of the most enigmatic and notorious families of the Italian Renaissance, shrouded in mystery and scandal. Originating from Spain, the Borgias became influential in Italy, particularly in ecclesiastical and political spheres. Their legacy is largely defined by accusations of corruption, nepotism, and a series of alleged poisonings. The Borgia family produced two popes, Calixtus III and Alexander VI. Rodrigo Borgia, who later became Pope Alexander VI, is perhaps the most famous of the Borgias. He was made a cardinal in 1456. In June 1460, he found himself in trouble after a strong rebuke from Pope Pius II. Rodrigo had attended a party in Siena that was so wild and sinful that the Pope in his complaint exclaimed that they were more angry than they could say. He was shocked that Rodrigo and his friends had barred all the husbands and male relatives of the female guests from entering the garden hosting the party. Rodrigo would later ascend to papacy in 1492 through both shrewd political maneuvering and the substantial bribes he paid to secure votes in the papal conclave. Once in power, he quickly set about placing his family in positions of influence. His ambitions were clear: to solidify his family's status among the Italian nobility. Cesare Borgia, son of Rodrigo, was made a cardinal at a young age before the quit to establish a military career. He became a ruthless tyrant, known for his role in expanding the papal states. It is reported that he used to enjoy standing above the prison courtyards in Rome while practicing his crossbow skills. He would pick on the inmates below as target practice. Another time, a satirist mocked Cesare. He ordered the writer's tongue cut out and nailed to his severed hand. Lucrezia Borgia was a daughter of Rodrigo. She was renowned for her beauty and intelligence, but also her alleged role in the family's darker dealings, including poisonings. She was married 3 times to further her family's political alliances. Her first marriage to Giovanni Sforza was annulled under dubious circumstances involving claims of impotence by the Borgias. This enraged Giovanni, who claimed that the challenge with consummating the marriage was down to Lucrezia having relations with not only her father, but her brother Cesare. Claims existed that Giovanni Borgia, known as the Roman child, was the child of Lucrezia, and either her brother or her father. The Borgias were notorious for their expertise in poisoning, meticulously preparing these toxins with the same attention they gave to their fine wines. Their reputation for employing poison is so ingrained in popular culture that they are often depicted as one of the most sinister families in history. The suspected poison, cantarella, suspected to be a type of arsenic, was used as a tool of assassination. Lucrezia in particular has been cast as a femme fatale, an image popularized by numerous books and operas. Historical records suggest she was an accomplished Renaissance woman, fluent in several languages and a patron of the arts. She managed the affairs of the Vatican when her father and brother were away. The Borgias were infamous for using these poisons to eliminate a range of high-profile targets, including nobles, bishops, and statesmen, employing a variety of methods such as tainted books, gloves, drinks, and flowers. Lucrezia, in particular, is claimed to have had a hollow ring on her finger where she cleverly concealed this poison. During banquets, she would discreetly add the poison to food or drinks. According to a version of the story, her ring even featured a retractable point that allowed her to inject the poison secretly. The Borgia family's decline began with the death of Pope Alexander VI, who died suddenly in 1503. Both he and Cesare were taken ill after a dinner with a cardinal, but historians are split about the cause of the malady. Many believe Pope Alexander and Cesare had malaria, which was prevalent in Rome at that time. Others believe that poison was the cause, and that the Pope and Cesare brought the poison for their host, who in turn bribed the servants to switch the portions. Cesare, heavily reliant on his father's support, could not maintain his power and was eventually captured and imprisoned. He died in 1507 while attempting to escape from an ambush. Lucrezia, on the other hand, led a quieter life after remarrying into the ducal family of Ferrara, where she died in 1519. The dark legacy attributed to the Borgias family is a prime example of the brutal politics of Renaissance Italy. It paints a picture of a family that used every means available, including alleged poisonings, to climb the ladder of power in a ruthlessly competitive era.